Hey everyone, welcome to yet another blog on IPL season 2024. It's been a few days since we caught up, so today we're gonna do a mid-season review. Most of the teams have played 4 to 5 games. That's like one third of the tournament is done, and let's see which other teams are played so far, and like how's the performance, and what we can expect from the top teams in the upcoming games. So today we're gonna just talk about top four teams, and that's Rajasthan, Kolkata, Lucknow, and Chennai. Um, so let's talk about Rajasthan Royals, who are the table toppers so far. So they played 4 games and won all 4 games. I think RR is one team that has kind of looked like all of their like everything is kind of sorted out. They have a good bowling attack, they have good pace attack, they have decent, like very good spin attack. The batting order kind of looks sorted. So to look at their performance so far, as I said, like they won all 4 games. Even though Josh Butler and SSV didn't turn out to be as expected, they would. Like Josh Butler got a century in last game, but the first 3 games they played, both SSV and Josh Butler didn't had a good season so far. But still, Sanju played a good knock in couple of games. Rian Parag was exceptional. I think he could be one candidate for find of the tournament. I know like Rajasthan have already found him a couple of years back, but still, this year is the year for Rian Parag. All their investments are paying off. So yeah, their batting order looks really good. And then yeah, Hetmeyer also had a couple of cameos here and there. Like overall as a batting order, they look really good. The pace attack, Bolt has had an exceptional game in all of the power plays. Sandeep Sharma had a really good was really good in the death overs, although he is I think he is ruled out for injury, but still Berger, who came in for him, has had a really good games. Their spin department with Ashwin and Chahal are, I think, like they have one of the best spin attacks so far in the tournament. Those guys were like exceptional. So overall, as a team, Rajasthan Royals look sorted, and I think they are definitely candidate to be in top two. If I do an early prediction, like this tournament is a long tournament, so it might change any time. But so far, with the games they have played, they kind of look a team which have sorted out everything. And I think they were the first one to win game outside home, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, let's see. So the second team in the top four is KKR. KKR was also, I think, like KKR under Gautam is a different team altogether. I think like all of their like especially Narain and Russell, um, they like I think like Russell had an off season in the last season. Like he had a couple of cameos, but still like it was not his season. Narain was good with ball, but with bat he was not contributing much. But after this change, like I think Gautam promoted him in the top order, and he has delivered in all of the games. He gave KKR flying start, which they expected out of him. Salt kind of complimented him in all of the games, and all other batsmen like Venkatesh Iyer, Shreyas Iyer, Rinku Singh, all of them kind of had a decent tournament so far. Their bowlers, the only thing is like Stark has not paid off yet. He was bought for like one of the highest purchases in IPL so far. He has not had a standout game so far. He has leaked runs in almost all games. So they will expect Stark to give a comeback sooner. If not, like they might end up in trouble. Their bowlers like Sunil Narain has been exceptional. Harshit Rana has been, I think, like he has had a phenomenal tournament so far. He was like, even though Stark is their lead bowler, like Harshit Rana kind of stood out whenever Stark had a bad game. Like I think he kind of stood out in all the games. he was really good up in the order and in the middle orders as well. Like so, I think like he is one of the bowler they kind of rely on. Sunil Narain has been exceptional. Nothing to say about his bowling skill. Varun Chakravarti and Suyesh Sharma are yet to come to party. I think like overall like they kind of got saved because of their batters, like especially Sunil Narain, Phil Salt, who gave them flying start in like the first three games, because of which they kind of put up a huge total. And even with the medium, like in average bowling attack, they kind of saved themselves. So if like the one game their batters failed was against CSK, like they got, even though they scored 50 runs in the power play with just lose of one wicket, but none of the other batters were able to like were able to contribute, and they kind of crumbled upon after lose of like after Narain went off. I think like they kind of crumbled upon, and they went out. They just scored like some 130 odd runs, and it was an easy chase for CSK from there on. The only game they failed is because their batters were not able to contribute. But unless they figure out, unless their bowlers come into party, I don't think this is going to survive long. Their batters have been exceptional. So I think like KKR might still hang around. They are still the contenders for top four. Um, let's see how the game progresses after this. Um, on third on the table is LSG. I don't think LSG has been tested so far. They have not played against any big teams like SRH or CSK, Mumbai Indians, RCB, sure, to an extent. So they have not played against any bigger team so far. The only game they have lost is against RR. I don't think LSG. I'm not sure if LSG would still be the contenders for top four. Like we will come to know about it once they play against bigger teams. So far, KL has not come into party yet. QDK is in a decent form. Nicholas Puran is in a good form. Yeah, another find of the tournament is Mayank Yadav. Like his pace attack has been exceptional, and I think like they won a couple of games just because Mayank Yadav was exceptional in that game. Unfortunately, Mayank Yadav is being injured and he might be out for a few games. So we have to see how LSG will perform without Mayank Yadav in their playing 11. Huda had a decent start. Kronal Pandya had a couple of cameos here and there, but I don't think there was any standout performers for LSG yet, except for Mayank Yadav. Padikal has not contributed much. Ravi Bishnoi also, I don't think he had any standout like, performance so far. Manimaran Siddharth, I think like he just played last two games. He is a young talent from Tamil Nadu, so I am looking forward to see how he is going to perform. But overall, as a team, I think except for QDK, Nicholas Puran, I don't think anybody was consistent so far. So I'm not sure if LSG would still be in top four, unless if other teams play really bad, they would still hang around, maybe for the fourth spot. But I have to wait and see how LSG will play against bigger teams and without Mayank Yadav when they're playing 11. So nothing much for LSG. The other team in top four right now is Chennai Super Kings. So Chennai Super Kings played 5 games and they won 3 games. All 3 games were in their home ground. We know that Chennai at Chepauk is their fortress. It would be really difficult to beat them at Chepauk. But both the games they played outside home, they lost it. That is one thing I think that's going to be a concerning factor for Chennai, how CSK is going to perform outside home. The one game against SRH, I think their batters kind of struggled. They were not able to put enough total on the board. They got some 160 odd runs, and Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head. They almost won the game in the power play itself, and there was nothing much left to chase after that, and it was just a walkover from there. The other game was against Delhi. I think they gave an opportunity for Rishabh Pant to come back into form, which is really good thing. Although we saw a cameo from Dhoni, like I think like CSK fans was happy in that game, even though CSK lost. Like Dhoni had an amazing cameo and fans were really happy from the for that game. I don't think CSK fans were concerned losing that game, but I'm sure like they would have had the discussion in dressing room on what went wrong. Maybe they didn't had I think like if Rachin is not gonna give then the flying start which he gave in first couple of games, CSK was not able to put up enough total on the board. That will be a concerning factor for them. Shivam Dubey has been exceptional. He is he's like a monstrous. It doesn't matter whomever is gonna ball, like he's just gonna hit sixes. And I think he's one of the serious contender for World Cup. I am really looking forward for Shivam Dubey to be picked in World Cup squad, but I'm not sure if he will get to be in playing 11 because uh, we have too many options to play with, and it'll be difficult to fit him in unless either Sky is totally out of form or Sky is out of injury, something of that. But he is definitely a serious contender. So Rachin, I think Rachin again, like there is one concerning factor is that like if you see at last 2 3 games he has played, he has kind of got out on similar shots, everything on a good length ball outside of stump. He just swings at it, and like I think like that is one thing, like the way he is getting out will be a concerning factor. Although Devon Conway is gonna be available from May, knowing CSK, I don't think they would take that call to include him right away once he is back. They will give Rachin enough chances. Rachin will give a flying. I think there was some trouble. So I'm back. So from there, yeah. So Rachin, yeah, I was saying like Rachin, if he is gonna continue playing, and if he can contribute that quick fire in the power play, CSK is gonna look good. But overall, they should think about how they're going to play outside home and what would be their strategy. Their bowlers have been really good, especially Fizz, Jadeja, Tikshana had a couple of good games. I mean, yeah, Tikshana and Deshpande had a couple of good games. But all those bowlers are like I think the Chepa kind of pitches are tailor made for these kind of bowlers. But when they're playing outside home, we got to figure out what's gonna be their strategy. Deepak Chahar is again he's out on a niggle. I hope he will come back. Deepak is still yet to find the rhythm, like that early swing which he does. Like that is again they will have to figure out what they're gonna do. But knowing CSK, like they whatever playing 11 they have right now, they're gonna continue playing that whole the same playing 11 for the whole tournament. But if CSK starts winning outside home, they will be a serious contender to be in top 2 3 4 maybe. So apart from that, I think the other teams to look forward in the tournament is definitely Hyderabad. Their batting attack is just, I think like when Hyderabad plays in home, they are like the dominant players, and their batters look like really strong, very solid attack. All of their batsmen are in a decent form, from Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Markram, Klassen. If these 4 players play, then not like they're definitely gonna put a total above 200, and nothing like none of the scores will become like I think like any they can chase down anything they want. That's the kind of attack they have. And definitely Mumbai, I think like we cannot rule out Mumbai, the team, like kind of Mumbai kind of a team. Although they had a bad start, their the team looks, at least in the paper, they look really good. They had a little struggle in their combination, and I'm not very impressed with Hardik Pandya's bowling change. Maybe that is one thing they will have to look around. Like I think like he's trying to experiment too many things, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it does not. Maybe he just have to stick to basics, just play to their strengths. And I'm sure that the kind of think tank they have in their team and the kind of players they have in their squad, they can definitely come back at any time. So these two teams I'm definitely looking forward to make a comeback. and to be there in that fight for top 4. So that's it for today's review. uh, we will catch up again. Thank you all.